Welcome to the Joy in Purpose podcast. My name is Lola. I am the creator and host of this platform. I am also a doctoral student in a psychology program. Joy in Purpose is a podcast dedicated to conversations about purpose, career development, and mental health. I also interview individuals to share their purpose story. In today's episode, Bukky, my sister, a personal stylist, will share how developing a unique style can impact our mood and self-confidence. Before we begin the interview, I would like to remind our listeners that this podcast is not a replacement for therapy. Information shared on this platform is for educational purposes only. Thanks for listening. Welcome, Bukky. Thank you for joining us to talk about personal style and how it can impact our mood and self-confidence. So on this podcast, we really love to get to know our guests on a personal level. So tell us, where were you born and what is your favorite memory from your childhood?
I grew up in Lagos, Nigeria. I would say that my favorite memory from childhood is in primary school, I was the head girl. So it's kind of like a leader or a team lead for a particular age group or range. But during this time, I played a lot of sports. So for this particular sport, I had to get like an outfit. So I remember telling my dad a specific kind of outfit and dress and color that I wanted. So I would say that's a particular favorite memory that kind of correlates with style and such things.
That's nice. I like that. Just so it's the simple things sometimes that are our favorite memories that define our childhood. Being able to like pick out your own outfit, the color that you wanted. That's nice. For our listeners, can you please tell us what is a personal stylist and how do we determine like when we need a personal stylist?
A personal stylist is someone who works with an individual on their physical appearance, based on their lifestyle and how their day-to-day life and activity is. So a personal stylist can help with let's say photo shoot. Let's say you need an outfit for a photo shoot or a wedding or a birthday party. They can also help you organize your closet and plan your outfits for your weekdays. Let's say you're a working professional, but you're not so sure how to pick outfits that are functional for your everyday life. A personal stylist can help with that to make sure that your outfits are tailored to your body, your style, your everyday functions, and just really make sure that it's suitable for your lifestyle and what you need it to do for you.
That's amazing. And I also feel like for personal styling, you can maybe you want to do a graduation photo shoot. Maybe you're going to be a speaker for an event and you want to look nice. You already prepared your speech and everything, but then you also want your outer appearance to match the confidence that you're going to exude on the stage. So I can see why in different aspects of our lives we will look to having like a personal stylist.
Definitely, yes, yes.
Yeah. So I have another question. You mentioned when you were younger, deciding that you wanted a particular outfit, a particular color for being a head girl for an event when you were head girl. Um, like, is there another time that you can think of where you decided that personal stylist was a passion of yours? Like, was there an opportunity, something that you did? Maybe you styled someone. Was there a particular like event that led you to say, you know what, maybe I can do this as a side hustle, like personal styling?
I would say during my college days, I was always fond of dressing up, especially even for classes. Even if it was a 2 hour class, I like to look put together. And especially for church during that time too. So I remember getting a lot of compliments from people asking about my outfits, why I shopped and all that. So I think from then on, I sort of knew that, okay, maybe this is something I should take a bit more seriously to not only showcase my style, but also help other women figure out what they need, what they were confused about when it came to style. Um, in college too, I remember styling a friend, um, just for a blog that I had at the time. So we shopped her closet and decided on, I believe, 3 or 4 outfits and took pictures in our phone that I had uploaded on my blog at that time.
That sounds fun. The reason why I like to ask this question is because my a portion of my podcast, like part of my podcast, is focusing on purpose. And I was having a conversation with someone today, and they were saying that purpose is ever evolving, and I completely agree with that. And sometimes it starts with things that you're doing for fun, things that you're doing, and you're not charging any amount, and you discover that, oh wow, I really enjoy this, so let me do this and make some money, if it's like a hobby that can generate income for you. So we're in the middle of a pandemic. We're almost at year one and we're going into year two of this pandemic. Crazy to believe, right? But I also know that people have been shopping more, whether for outfits. People still care about looking good, which I think is which I think it's very important. From your perspective, how has the pandemic changed your thinking about personal style? Do you find that people still care about the way they look? I mean, we still have to do like Zoom presentations, Zoom meetings, or do you think that people's opinion about personal style has changed? I'm just curious to know, or this pandemic has made you realize that like we should just dress good for ourselves because we're not going out a lot. So it's good to have a personal style because it's really more for you than for other people, even though impressions matter, they count to some extent. So how has this pandemic changed your thinking regarding personal style?
I would say personal style is definitely still essential. At the beginning of this whole situation, of course, a lot of people were more concerned about their well-being and safety and health than they were about what they looked like at home. But I think because now we're almost a year into working from home for most of us, and it's now the norm, being able to still feel good and presentable at home is still essential because yes, you're not going to the office, but at least you want to be able to look in the mirror and be like, wow, okay, I actually look good today. It's not for the vanity of it, just really I think for the sanity. um because if you're just home all the time, not having a lot of places to go, you want to do something that makes you feel good and alive and happy to start the day. So once you get up and you know that, okay, wow, I can get dressed, you can make getting dressed an occasion, like an event per se, and use that as self-care in a way to take care of yourself while still going through all this, different circumstances that comes on in life.
Yeah. You're right. At the beginning of this pandemic, we're worried about our well-being. At first, we didn't know how deadly this was going to be, how infectious it was going to be. But now our reality is, yes, our well-being, and it's also working from home. Like you said, when you look in the mirror, you want to make sure that you look good. For some people that are dealing with different challenges, whether it's mental health, whether it's just they're so depressed it's hard to get out of bed. I think things like taking a shower, wearing at leisure wear around the house that make you feel good, that make you smile, can definitely impact your mood. And even though we haven't been to, many of us haven't been to weddings, birthday parties, just even like the simple comfortable outfits that we wear in the house can make us, and when we do it in a way that um that uh, identifies with our personal style, that will make us feel good.
Definitely, I agree. Yeah, especially if you're at home and I mean, like you said, if you're wearing like a athleisure outfit, you won't have so much pressure when, let's say, someone just comes in unexpectedly. You will still feel put together and ready to, show up and be seen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
uh,
yeah.
yeah, that definitely helps with confidence. So I do want to ask a question because I believe that we're not going to be in lockdown forever. There's going to be time we're probably going to do it gradually where we'll go back out, we will go to weddings. We might start out with still like small weddings, smaller weddings. And then some of us are gonna maybe that don't have a personal style, or we're trying to identify our personal style. So this question is, how do we develop our personal style, especially when we're on a budget? Like we're professional women, great, but then maybe we're early career or mid career. We don't have a big budget. What are some tools or some tips that you can share with us on developing our personal style?
Okay. I would say anyone can have a great and unique personal style at any amount of budget. So, for example, you may only be able to afford $100 a month or every 2 months to go shopping. You can still maintain a great variety of items in your closet with that budget. So I'll say first of all, think about your day-to-day life. What do you do consistently every day? I like to I like to be I like to make sure that my style is functional. So and realistic. I don't like to buy a whole bunch of party dresses when I know that I'm not a party girl. I don't party every weekend. I work every day of the week. So that's 5 days a week. So first of all, look at your lifestyle and base your personal style around what you do most often. So, for example, I'm a working woman, so I like to include a lot of basic functional wardrobe pieces that I know I can wear to work, hang out with my friends, brunch, church, parties, and things of that nature. So, items that I can mix and match to make multiple outfits will go a long way. So, like I said, look at the functionality of your life and what you do most. And then are you the type, do you like skirts more? Do you like dresses? Do you like pants? For me, I like the ease of dressing. So if I'm going to work, I would most likely maybe pair a top and a bottom together, and then maybe a cardigan, blazer, or a jacket. That's a style uniform too. So I would say those are a few things to look at when you want to begin the journey of finding your personal style. The functionality, what you do every day the most, what items do you really gravitate towards, and you can have a unique style with any budget.
Um, I like that you mentioned it has to be functional. Like if you're going to work 5 days out of the 7 days of the week, your closet should reflect the items that you're going to wear to work. And even if you have to go out on the weekends, I'm very sure some of your work outfits, maybe change the top and things like that, will be able to fit into the weekends. Um, so talking about the functionality of our closets and the outfits that we buy and choose, I've often heard about a capsule wardrobe. How do we decide what items we should have in our capsule wardrobe?
Yeah, that's a great question. I would say a capsule wardrobe can be developed for any occasion or aspect of your life. So as a working woman, you can have a capsule wardrobe for um, your your work style or your office wear. And you
Mhm.
can also, as we're moving into spring, you can have a capsule wardrobe for spring and summer. So capsule wardrobe is for a specific occasion or for a specific reason. So spring is coming. I mean, you may want to get into dresses and skirts and maybe light cardigans. So you can mix and match. Okay, for example, you can have a capsule wardrobe of, let's say, two skirts, two dresses, two pair of jeans, two pair of tops, two pair of sneakers, flats, and shoes, or different types of shoes and stuff, so that you can mix and match those items to make multiple outfits. So a capsule wardrobe can be like 30 items to make 50 50 outfits. So that's what I would consider what a capsule wardrobe is, and it's really anyone can have that. And having a capsule wardrobe also helps you make the most of your wardrobe so that you're not leaving items behind that haven't been worn for months or years. So you can rotate items from your closet to build different capsule wardrobe depending on the season and the changes you want to make.
Yeah. And it also seems like capsule wardrobe is a way to build your personal style, is the way to develop your personal style on a budget.
Definitely, yeah. You can use that to also experiment with outfits and items that you may not necessarily gravitate towards, but then once you wear these items, you know, okay, I don't really like this. The next time you can swap it out for something else.
Okay. What do you love the most about dressing well and looking good? What does that what does that do for you? How does that influence your self-confidence and the way that you see yourself? Another way that you can interpret this question is like when you're working with your clients, like how does wearing a blazer that is fitted to their body or dressing in a way that fits them, how does how have you seen that in yourself and in your clients? How have you seen that impact their self-confidence or their mood?
I would say that it helps you carry yourself in a different way because you know that this is one thing you have control over. You may not be able to control a lot of things that are going on, but style and what you wear is something that you can actually control. Um, it's fun getting dressed. Yes, it may take some time if you're not used to figuring out what you want to wear or you get so overwhelmed with getting dressed, but it's fun. And once you have your style down packed, you can also develop a style uniform. So a style uniform is an outfit that you know that it works no matter what. You can wear it to work, you can wear it to run errands, you can wear it to the mall. Like it works no matter the occasion. And having a style uniform also saves time. Yes, style increases your confidence, but it's fun. It saves you time once you have it, once you have a control of it. And it also helps you stand out among many other people because once you know what your style is, people would know you with your style, if that makes sense. Um, they may see an item and say, "Oh, she wouldn't wear that because her style is too classy for that, or she's more edgy, or she's more bohemian, or she's more friendly. I mean, feminine." So yes, it increases your confidence, saves time, it's fun, and it just helps you explore yourself and get to know yourself, better. That's what I like to help my clients do, to get to know themselves better and to also become a better version of themselves through developing your style. Yeah, it really helps you connect deeper. I mean, it sounds deep, but I think it really helps you connect deeper with yourself once you're able to know your style and say, okay, eliminate this, eliminate that, and really hone in on it.
Yeah. The older we become, this is what I believe, anyways, the more you realize that it's important to control the things that you can control. And the things that you cannot control, there's nothing you can do about it. And the way that we think, the way we view ourselves, that's really challenging. And I that's where therapy can be helpful. Uh, the way you think about yourself, the way you view yourself, those are the things that you can control. You can control your own actions. And style is also up there too. It's like you can control the way you look. And it's not about impressing people, but because it makes you feel good, it's another way to get to learn yourself. Just like when you're learning a new skill like cooking or sewing or things like that, you're also learning about yourself as you're learning this new skill. So I really I liked what you said about it's a way to get to know ourselves, and it is something that we can have control over. We might have to be on a budget. You maybe for months, maybe you don't even have the money to go shopping, but just experimenting with things in your closet allows you to like know yourself.
Yeah, I would say that it definitely does help with getting to know yourself. I mean, it's not really about impressing others. Yes, people may give you compliments if they like what you're wearing or how you put an outfit together, but it's more so for yourself and um, just being in charge of how people see you. Because if you can control the physical, then okay, why not? But yeah.
Yeah. That's good. So this is the last question. Who are your style icons? And if you don't have any style icons, where do you go for inspiration? Like, so some people maybe they don't have one or two people that they look at as, oh, I love this person's style. Or what do you think about style icons? You can answer that question whichever way. But really, what I'm getting at is, where do you go for for inspiration for style?
Yeah, I think it's really great to have inspiration, especially if you're starting out with trying to figure out this whole style and getting dressed and knowing your body shape and all that. It's good to have inspiration, people or places you can look up to help cultivate your own personal style. I personally don't have style icons, but I would say there are a lot of bloggers and Instagram um, influencers that I follow that I gravitate towards their style. My style, I would say, is very simple and classy. I don't like too much fuss and wahala when it comes to my style. I like to keep it simple. So I gravitate a lot towards just clean styles and minimalist style. Of course, if I'm going out to church or party or weddings, I do, make it look more glam and all that. But every day, Instagram influences, Pinterest a lot. I have a Pinterest where I pin a lot of casual style, dressy style that catches my attention. So definitely Instagram and Pinterest. Of course, maybe at work, if I see something that I like, I may think that, oh, I have something in my closet that I can style this way. And also for movies or watching TV, you can, catch a glimpse of what someone is wearing and then get inspired by that. So that's how I find my inspiration for style.
Yeah. So what you're basically saying is inspiration can be anywhere.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, yeah. You can even see some colors or the tree has some kind of shade, and you're like, oh, I think I can mix and match this. So it can really, yeah, come from anywhere.
Yeah. So our inspiration can come from other people, can come from nature, can come from colors that we see, a, a clothing item. I like that. So and I think that's what makes it personal style.
Yeah, exactly. It's personal to you and how you want to present yourself to the world.
Nice. So thank you so much for coming. I learned a lot just about the way to view personal style. I'm very sure my audience have gained so much from you sharing your expertise with us. Can you tell us how we can contact you?
You can contact me at bukkystylingservices@gmail.com for any style questions or services. I'm also on Instagram at Bukky Sodunke, on Pinterest. I also have a Poshmark closet where I sell gently used clothes from my personal closet or from treasure finds that I go on, as well as Twitter, which I'm not quite active on there, but you can connect with me on either of those platforms.
Okay, nice. And I will leave the links in the show notes. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me.
I hope you enjoyed that episode. I was excited to learn more about how personal styling can impact our mood and confidence. Don't forget to rate and review Joy in Purpose podcast on Apple Podcast. Thank you again for listening.